Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Atomic Salt Live Show. This is the weekly live show where we're going to discuss all things in the tabletop hobby world. This is actually episode 23 for us. This is our season finale for 2014. And once again, I am joined by Rocket Yeti. Rocket Yeti, how are you doing today?
Hello, hi. I'm doing great. Yourself? What? Did I just totally throw you there? You're
Yeah.
expecting the lion style?
I think it's all those paint fumes.
It is. For those of you who are keeping track, you'll notice I've switched out the regular brown backdrop for a almond colored backdrop. It's because we're painting the house and trying to get it ready to sell. So, if anybody out there is looking to buy a house in North Ogden, feel free to get a hold of me.
I don't know. I still think it could use some OSL, maybe some weathering techniques.
Yeah, it definitely needs a wash. You're right. Definitely needs a wash. I think I got the highlights of it.
I mean,
Okay.
might not be competition worthy, but hey, it's not even 3 colors up, so you need to
I
work on
know.
that.
It's actually interesting how much I enjoy painting little tiny people that are this tall, and how much I hate painting lines. Like you would think that I'd be like, heck yeah, of course. All I gotta do is make a paint on the carpet and go to town. But there is few things I hate in this world as much as painting lines.
Uh, Oddly enough, both of them are good about the same amount of strain for your back.
I have several rollers and like a long extension pole, so I just stand like 6 feet back and just. So I got all the tools to make it easy on myself. But
So, other than painting your walls, have you done anything else in the hobby world this week?
it's been a busy week for me. So let's do a little show and tell. So first and foremost, gosh, close to a year ago, Underground Lasers had their second Kickstarter, which I got involved in, and I've just now finally started getting their stuff put together. I've started off with something simple. These are their beacons. These are 8 of them. So right now, all you see is it's assembled. There's a couple little grooves here. You'll see a groove here and a groove here, which red acrylic pieces will go into. The little control panel. I'm forestalling putting those acrylic pieces until I get these painted. So like I said, there's 8 of these guys. And these will just be really nice little objective pieces. Or scatter terrain. They're just so another thing I've been doing in the hobby is I've been building a couple guys. So but you can see they're just the right size, for some partial cut. So hopefully we'll get those painted up. While I'm painting those, I guess I might as well paint the Sharkman laser building.
Oh, nice.
So this is their L-shaped building. There we go, L-shaped building. So this is the Mark II variant. So that means they've got 2 doors. They've got one here, and they've got one here. And I put together another Sharkman building. This is their Paradiso campaign building. So it's a 10-inch by 10-inch square.
Spare parts?
But the nice thing about it is you could take the L-shaped building and it will actually fit on top of and inside of it. So you can make a 2-story building really nice. So not much work. You can actually like, let's put a little computer terminal up there. I mean, you could turn this into something really sharp, really fast.
There you go. I mean, you can, once you start getting everything else painted up, you have a nice little backdrop there.
I agree. Sharkman Laser makes a tile, a City Road tile. We might have talked about that a little bit last week. You painted one up, I don't
Yes.
know if you, and oh my gosh, they look phenomenal all painted up. So you do that, and you throw one of these buildings in the background, and yeah, perfect little backdrop and pictures. So, and finally, I started. I got a few models built. This is let's see. So this is the unreleased Crocman from Corvus Belli. He's all
Is that the
primed
one
up.
you got at down at Piece of Blades?
It is. So he's actually pretty cool. You know, he's bald. He's got like a little like eyepiece attachment that's sitting up on top of his head, like he flipped it up. You know, he's got his combi rifle just kind of slung down. He's holding a cigar. At least I think it's a cigar. I don't want to contemplate what else it might be. So, but it's kind of like a nice relaxed pose, you know. And then I've also primed up the Myrmidon officer for that. So, should be a fun little model to paint, I think. And then I've been working on Ajax again, but he's such a bag of cats that he's been needing a little while before before he gets. So that's me. What did you get done this week?
Uh, let's see. I got some Malifaux stuff done. Uh, let me see. I don't know if I showed this off last time or not, but I was able to go to Friday Night Malifaux down here, and it was just so happens it was like right after taking a test. So, but I did get my Orions, the ladies up there in the front put together and added to the battle foam bag of stuff. Uh,
Because I know we've seen the archers, but I think these ladies are new.
yeah, I just finally got those put together. Uh, from I made the mistake of did the archers first, and everybody's like, "Yeah, you put together some of the most difficult of the new kits." So after putting these ladies together, I could see, yeah, it's very much night and day. They went together pretty nicely. I just had to figure out how I'm gonna not gap them, base them.
Yeah, I was kind of noticing that. What are your thoughts for those bases there?
Oh, it's this might sound weird. I mean, when I'm not one of those painters who does the base first and then paints the miniature. As I'm painting the miniature, I let the miniature speak to me about how it wants to be based. So they have yet to tell me what they want to be yet. But I would like, especially with the one archer, he's up on one leg
Mm-hmm.
in a little combat pose. I want to do something along the base wise that protects him a little bit. So I have to figure that out. That was that, and then I happened to get this in the mail. You got your little Kickstarter. I got mine. Here we have from the folks at Secret Weapon, not Sharkman Laser. Yes, the folks at Secret Weapon. I have the Terrainscape box that finally came in.
Holy cow, that's a big box.
It is a very big box. I've got enough tiles for a 4x4 board. I mean, it's a nice sturdy plastic. Um, real, real nicely detailed. I mean, they're 1 inch or sorry, 1 foot square. So I can easily convert this to Malifaux. I just have to take off a few panels, and they
Um,
come with
can we see the
yep,
back of it?
yeah. It's a
Okay.
structural circle.
Okay, yeah, so it has some ribbon there for support. So you can't like bend or flex it, right?
Nope. And makes it great for storage. And the box is big enough that you could um, so they are making these little spacers that you can just stack all your tiles in the box after they're all painted, and they don't rub against each other. Those were back ordered, from the factory, so we'll be getting those here soon. But and they just come with these little plastic clips, and as you can see, it goes together really well.
Oh yeah. So what are your plans for painting this?
This is the rolling field set. They had a couple of other sets. I really wanted the trench, but they did not get the stretch goal for that one. But that will be coming out probably later next year. I think I'm gonna go like it's Utah, so it'll be like a dusty brown rolling fields. It won't be all uh, green aisles. It'll be a little bit of sagebrush, a little bit of ragweed.
So one of those tiles, it looked like it had a little depression, like for a water area. Is
Yeah,
that what
right
that
here
was?
it is.
Okay, so that's like a river going through there.
Yeah, it's a riverbed, and it's got all the rocks and all that. There's several pieces that are riverbed, and this is just one of them. So you can have the whole like river cutting through your board once you set it up.
Okay. Are you actually going to do like get like some water effect stuff and pour it in there? And...
I could. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Water effects is tricky sometimes, and it takes like 48 hours to set up if you use the Envirotex clear.
I've never used this stuff, so I wouldn't really know. But it just seems like something cool you could do.
Oh yeah. And let's see. So yeah, I that was pretty much my hobby week. I
So were you able to get any games in? You mentioned Malifaux Week.
I got in very late into the store, but we had everybody packed into the little store. I think it was a shock for the owner to see how many people we were able to get in for that one night. And
How many people did you have there?
hmm?
How many people did you have there?
I think we had 14 for Malifaux, and then we also had to share some tables with HeroClix and the Friday Night Magic folks. But we had a lot of people there. Even though I did not play, I was watching some of the other newbie guys play, and I was able to pick up mechanics that way, just to firm up my knowledge. So I like to watch watch it play.
What was Chad down there? He's one of
No,
our buddies who's looking in Malifaux.
did not see him, but maybe we'll get him here in the next few weeks.
Yeah, he might not have known about that. So maybe if I offer to go down there with him sometime. So
I mean, it's ramping up. I mean, the reason why this is our season finale is because we got holidays and vacation time coming up in the next 2 months. So, and then like we have Las Vegas Open coming up in February. So I know we have here a few practice tournaments rolling up for. There can be only one.
yeah, good old Highlander style. So it's actually kind of hilarious. We were looking at the Highlander. I was like, all right, great. I took my tally list and I said, I'm gonna turn this into a Highlander list. So I go, all right, I can only take one of those. Okay, check. All right, only taking one of those. 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 Only taking one. I've already got a Highlander list. It turns out I'm already Highlander compatible to begin with.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm gonna there's a practice tournament in December, and I'm taking my Grey Knights, and pretty much my Grey Knights are already a Highlander. I'm taking my list right now has got Drago as Lord of War, librarian for my HQ, paladins for my elite section, a set of Terminators, a squad of Strike Squad, Interceptors, and the Dread Knight. And that's almost 1,500 points. And yeah, it's all within the limits of the Las Vegas Open setup. So
Yeah, I was bringing the Farsight bomb. So I had the Farsight bomb. I had a squad of stealth suits, Pathfinders, Piranhas, two squads of Firewares, and one squad of Kroot to balance that out. And then Cadre Fireblade. And it was great, because you're just like, check, 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 check. Oh, hey, I'm done. Easy.
at the moment, I'm debating, like if I could, I like Drago. I mean, he's a real beast on the field. But I'm like, what can I do? What can I skim from my list to take an Imperial Knight?
Do you have a Knight model?
I do. It's sitting right here. In a box still, but...
Okay. Knights are a lot of fun to play with, especially if you've got your Dread Knight and the Knight. That can be fun.
Especially with how the Grey Knights have their new little formation where you can deep strike everybody on first turn.
Can a Knight deep strike?
Not the Knight, because he's going to be the allied detachment. But he'll be on the board.
So you're thinking
leave him on the board. Yeah, leave him on the board, let him do his thing, and then first turn, everybody who can deep strikes in, and everybody has fun.
And that is a really great anchor to have too. Because you always play that game, like, oh, what if I go second? And if I leave something out on the board, is it going to get shot to pieces? A Knight, you don't have to worry about it. You know he's going to be able to take one turn of shooting.
Unless there's a pod, unless he gets surrounded by pods with Meltas. But if he gets surrounded by pods with Meltas, that explosion could probably kill everything in there.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to take some very dedicated work to get rid of him. And yeah, two pods full of stern guards are gonna hurt him with combi Meltas. But that means that they've used up all of their combi weapons, and you're free just to drop down and go to counter.
Yeah. And while we're talking GW, I did not buy it yet because our local store was not stocked up. But I did get this last week. And dang you, GW, you're like an ex-girlfriend. I'm like, I don't want to mess with you anymore. And then you do something, I'm like, one more time into the breach.
Then she just goes and gets a boob job.
Yeah, these new bug kits, I'm like, it's just evil. And I joke, but this guy here and his other buddy, the one in the back, it's like GW's playing Pokemon. Because the one is the same genome of the Venomthrope, the other one's the same genome as the Zoanthrope. So I choose you.
And anytime I see a dual kit, I just see it as a challenge, to magnetize it.
Oh, yeah.
GW, screw you. I know you want me to buy two so I can have one of each. But I will make this kit do both.
And then just recently announced they're bringing back the Spore Pods. And I'm like, oh, curse you.
And this was a hilarious thing, because throughout the week, as we're first of all talking about, I'm like, hey, what do you think about those new monstrous creatures? They're like, yeah, they look cool, but, I'm kind of looking at the rules, and they don't really make a lot of sense, and I can't get away to work it. And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, bugs are getting drop pods. and you're just like, bam, I love them. They're great.
Yeah,
I want it all now. So it's
yeah.
amazing how just like a single unit is just like changing this whole like everybody's perspective on this art.
Well, yeah, because the current list for bugs, it's all foot slogging. Because even if you were to do the reserve roll with a um, reserve list using the hull generated by not the Malanthrope, not the Moloch, the other but if you he comes in reserve, he pops out turn 2. You have to hold your reserves till turn 3 for your little grubbies to come out. Only one unit at a time can come out of that hole. But you're like, your whole list is just foot slog. Everything starts and moves on. But now you got pods. And as you see with uh, Space Marines, pods are a valuable tool. It allows you to bring stuff in where you need them, and not having to wait for a whole turn or two to watch them get slowly demolished right across the field.
Yeah, and I think the wonderful thing about these is Tyranid players aren't going to need to really adjust their list all that much. I mean, if you've got a foot slogging army, you just take 2 or 3 of those units that you were planning on foot slogging anyways, throw them in the pods, and you're good to go. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're playing a Nadzilla list or if you're trying to play a Swarm list. It complements everything. Because, I mean, all you really need to do is throw, like, let's say you throw a Tyrannifex and like a couple of Carnifexes into pods. And that's only 3 pods right there. And chances are you already had a few of those models in your list already. And now, have you dropped those into enemy lines? Your guys are not going to be taking any shots while coming up the field. I guarantee you everything is going to Carnifex and Tyrannifexes.
I mean, like the brain bug here, he can spend it's 2 warp charge. He can do it the same spell 3 times in 1 turn, and while using the so like up to 6 warp charges he can use, but he can target 3 different units. That means he could charge 3 different units if they're surviving. So that's I mean, and if he's in your back lot, that's even scarier.
Oh yeah, or the Venom throw. I think that's what it is, right? His buddy, where he's got all this poison and instant death rules. Yeah, I mean, you land 2 of those, and the question is, what do you want to kill first, or what because one is going to shoot the crap out of you, the other one is going to assault the crap out of you, and it's going to hurt the hell.
Yeah, they had the matchup.
Trying to kill both of those.
They had the matchup the Toxicrin in here. They had it matched up against the Eldar. I forget the name of it. Big Eldar Wraith Knight. And instead it one-shotted it because it rolled a 6 to wound in close combat. And it's an instant death.
Yeah, it's a scary model. I mean, that's what everybody says. Like, that doesn't matter because you're never going to get into close combat. They're going to shoot it from a mile away. Yeah, well now it's like right on your doorstep.
Yeah.
And sure, if that's the only thing you drop pod in, yes, it will still get shot to pieces. But you're an idiot if that's the only thing you're potting in, so you deserve it. Yeah, you pot in 2 or 3 other monstrous creatures, and good night, Gracie. That is a nightmare that I do not like to think about. I do not like that list at all.
Yeah, and it's scary because like they have some they have the flame bug that shoots out a flamethrower. It's never going to do anything other than sit in the back lot. But now if it drops pot in, it's killing all your gunline troops with the spray template. So it's going to be
here's another. Or here's a dumb idea: take a mama bug. Take two scary carnifexes, and then a mama bug. And while you're worried about the carnifexes, mama bug is just going to town, birthing babies all over the place. Yeah, it's amazing how they turned this army around. Just a single.
Yeah, it's odd, but it's great because the when we had the new codex come out for Tyranids, everybody's just like groaning. All the old school players were like, "Why did they do this to us?" There's nothing here, and there's always the chapter house debacle, and we're like, why can't we see these bugs? Now we're seeing these bugs, and it's going to be a good thing for bug players, bad for their wallets, especially because also down the rumor mill we saw a picture of what looks to be a new Doom Amalantine.
Yes. And it'll be plastic too.
Yeah, it'll be another 2-part kit. Looks like. So, bug players, it's going to be a good time for you. If you have a comment about that, put it down below. Let us know.
Yeah, I'm not a Tyranid player. Alan is. I would say he was and is again. Like I said, the ex-girlfriend is sending in semi-nude selfies, talking about how she's been working out, how her current boyfriend's a loser, and what's he up to this weekend.
And she's got spore pods now.
And she's got spore pods. Oh, Lord, I'm so happy I'm not married. I'm not single.
All right, moving on along. So I'm going to show you this, Casey. Tell me what you think this is. Have you seen this before?
I haven't. Kind of looking at it, and so the first thing that pops out to me is the guy in the front. Like that pretty blue armor. It almost looks like a Fusilier, like with a combi rifle or a Spitfire. And then you see like the second person in the back, the girl with the flag. She's got again the panel blue with the beret. But then I see the guy in the very back, and he looks almost, I don't know, that looks almost like Spartan armor, kind of like a Master Chief kind of look. So I would say it's like an Infinity mixed with Halo kind of look.
Well,
what's it from?
So this weekend, not only was it War Machine weekend, but it was also BlizzCon, and Blizzard's celebrating a lot of their new stuff coming out down the line. And this is one of their newest IPs. This is actually the first new IP from Blizzard in 17 years. This is called Overwatch. And it's like, I would say it's kind of like a TF2 style game. You have it's first-person shooter, attacker, defender, and they go at it. There's a whole slew of different styles of characters you can choose from. But when I first saw it, I'm like, I see a lot of references to the style of Infinity, and some even for like the old school ep.23. They have a big giant gorilla in a mech suit. And if ever Infinity was to have a video game, or if you watch the trailer for Overwatch, and this could easily be a TV series for Infinity. So, I mean,
I once was that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
I was gonna say, and that's the other beautiful thing. TF2 is really one squad of specialists going against another squad of specialists, which is really the bread and butter of Infinity. You've got these small squads. Each person in the squad does something a little bit different. So yeah, no reason it shouldn't feel a lot like it. There was and it's like Christmas here because a few weeks ago when they were talking about the truth will be revealed and they found out that Infinity was getting their RPG, a lot of people were kind of disappointed that it wasn't a video game. But it looks like we're getting to have our cake and eat it too.
Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see how this game, if people, like I said, we saw just from that one photo, those look like Fusiliers. So, I mean, Operation Ice Storm and all that, maybe people seeing the one can get hooked on the other. We've seen it before. Some video games bring people to the tabletop. So, this might be a good thing for Infinity, just tangentially.
Yeah, I'm actually living proof of that. I got into this hobby through the God of War series. But yeah, if I was to pick one studio to make a video game for me, I would immediately go with Blizzard. You can say whatever you want about World of Warcraft because that's been a big money maker for years on end. But Blizzard makes amazing games. I mean, there's a reason why they haven't done anything new in the last 17 years because they do things when they're right and when they're ready. So, and now they've got a whole bucket of cash for World of Warcraft. So,
yeah, and then I mean, they've also recently released a few free games. They've got their MOBA style Heroes of the Storm. They've got their little card game Hearthstone, and yeah, you're right. Blizzard would be my top pick if ever get a game going.
Because whatever genre they decide to move in on, they don't do it haphazardly. It's like they're playing a game of chess, and we're always losing because they're always taking us out.
I played. I mean, they're celebrating 10 years of World of Warcraft. I was active in that for about 6 years, so.
I was lucky. I burned out on a couple of other MMOs before World of Warcraft hit, so I was able to avoid that drug. But
yeah, I was there at launch, and that was horrible. Trying to kill bunnies for experience when there's 10,000 other people doing the same thing, and the server crashes every 2 hours. It was a crazy fun time.
The one thing I have with it is I have trouble getting into the whole fantasy scheme of things. Like, I realize that you could really just say that, you could port it over almost directly from Warcraft to StarCraft. Magic is replaced by technology, orcs are replaced by Zergs, but guys wielding swords and girls in chainmail bikinis just don't do it.
But you know what? We'll get you into rolling an RPG character, and we'll let this thing about RPG let you be another person, let you explore in a way you never thought you could do before.
Are you inviting me to explore a new part of myself that I've never explored before with you, Alan? Because this is not that kind of show.
No.
I got him. He's totally speechless. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to call it a season right there.
Oh, lordy.
You walked into that one, sir. So, but I'll get us off this topic. It's funny that I'm really not into things like wizards or mages or that sort of thing. But I started playing this game. It's called Dungeon Heroes. Dungeon Heroes. It is a generic name. The box looks fairly generic, but it's actually really fun. I mean, we don't want to get into board games too much because that's not quite what we do here.
Is that a new game, or is that like an older game?
This is actually an older game, and by older game, it's 4 or 5 years old. It's made by a smaller company called Game Games, and they kind of specialize in doing smaller 2 to 3 player games. It's an asymmetrical game. One person he's the dungeon master, or I should, but not in like the RPG sense. He's actually the dungeon controller. He's unleashing his hordes of minions and setting traps for the band of humans.
So,
And
like
the
the
other,
console for Super Dungeon Explorer?
yeah, yeah, similar idea. A little bit more simple, a little more streamlined. And the other person plays the entire party. He plays the warrior, he plays the wizard, the paladin, and the rogue. And you take turns going back and forth. And the dungeon master is laying down tiles, trying to set up traps, deploying his minions, while the heroes are trying to go through and find the loot. 2 players plays in about 30 minutes, and it's really asymmetrical, So you can play one round and say, that was fun, and then turn the board around and then play it as the other person, on the other side of things. And it's a lot of fun. So it's by a company called Games. A guy named Michael Coe. He's actually from Utah, living in Arizona. So he's an amazing person just based on that. The only thing I have to say against it is it's really horribly written rules. Like, you will spend more time reading these rules than you will playing the game its first couple of times.
So is that more like a game that it's easier if somebody showed you how to play it first instead of going it on your own?
Yeah, like, you definitely, this isn't, you can, like, me and my wife sat down, and we were just tired. We didn't want to break out a really big game. So like, oh, hey, look, it's tiny, so it's got to be simple and easy to pick up. And for the most part, it is.
Oh, I'm going to lay off the joke on there.
All right, well, you walked into one and I walked into one. And so, but come to find out, we actually played 3 rounds of this game and we were playing it wrong because of the rules. Now, the next day I popped onto Board Game Geek, looked it up and found a whole bunch of facts, and I got myself straightened out. Really, it could have been like 3 extra sentences, and all the confusion in this movie would be totally cleared up. And it got me thinking about it. How often do we see games like that where they're just a couple rules off, or just a couple sentences off from being really, really amazing?
But I mean, I think almost every game has that. I mean, we've seen with 40K, the rules as written compare the rules as intended, and it's just one person writes the book and it gets translated and it gets retranslated, and then goes to a different culture. I mean, England versus America, we both use English, but it's 2 sides of a coin on English.
Well, yeah, in this case, this cat's from Utah. And as we know, people in Utah are phenomenally different than the rest of the nation.
Yeah, you should probably just reread it without just like softening your T's. And if it's like Tula,
you gotta shorten it. With my upper teeth and tip my head back a little bit and pronounce everything wrong.
Yeah, reread the rules like that and see if it works for you.
So, but and Finby had the same problem. As much as we love this game, there are some real ambiguities in their system. Or Myth. Myth is a great example of that, where you're just like, there are just 1 or 2 rules like missing. Like, I need 3 extra sentences in this book, and then I'm all good to go.
Playing an archer, man, it says in the rules, playing an archer is going to be very, very hard. It's true. You think you can have a one cost, one AP action that just lets you shoot an arrow, but no, you have to use your mega card that brings down the darkness on you, because that's all you have.
Well, a few months ago we sat down and played Myth with some other people, and we had all read the rule book ahead of time, but we still spent how long not playing the game and reading the rules, trying to figure things out, because we had all interpreted those rules very differently. So, and you think like a smaller company like Game Room Games, and I mean they've got a great lineup of games. I love this game. They have a couple other games that I really enjoy too. So I'm not picking on them guys, but you got to wonder how much playtesting they do using these rules before they actually go to publish.
Yeah, I mean, Kingdom Death. That's a good example. Kingdom Death Monster. They keep on the updates. They've got their alpha players, and then they've got their beta players, and you got probably your alpha people. Those are probably the folks that actually work, that designed everything and all that. So it's all in their head what they want to know, and they play it. But then when it goes translating down to like the beta players, who have no touch with the game at all, that the communication gap between them. But yeah, it's like you said, it depends on how long people beta tested the game.
So this is actually a segue, so we weren't just talking about this randomly. It does sound like it's random, guys, but this is actually all carefully choreographed and orchestrated.
If you've watched all 23 episodes, you'll understand how we do things here. And if you haven't, rewatch them.
We are not a fly-by-night operation. Everything is carefully planned down to detail. Even this conversation was put into the script of the show. But speaking of things that aren't always clear and trying to help explain things, one of the things that we're looking at, trying to implement for next season, is to start doing some videos that explain rules for games that you may or may not have played. So we've talked a little bit maybe about Malifaux, a couple of other games. So we'd like to hear from you guys. What kind of games are you interested in seeing us cover? Now, 40K, we like talking about it. We love 40K. But let's be honest, there's a lot of discussion that happens across the internet game.
Yeah, guys, yeah, look forward to. We'll have Project Malifaux coming up. We both have some starter kits going, and we're gonna show you how maybe some history behind it, how to play it if you've never played it before. We both have Drop Zone Commander. We'll have to bust that out and do the same thing. Just kind of a perspective. But I mean, those are the games we have currently. But we'd really like to hear from you. What game is out there that you want your friends to get into, but it's not really covered anywhere? Let us know in the comments, and if we can, we'll find it, talk to the people who produce it, maybe get something going in a video series, and we'll post it here.
And there's a lot of other future things that we're thinking about. We can do theme nights. We can even do painting nights. We'll have Brandon hop back on with us. We'll set up some webcams to show what we're working on. We'll let you guys jump on. We'll have kind of like a community painting night. But let us know what you're interested in seeing over, in the next few weeks after we take our break.
Yeah, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Look at our Facebook page and our blog. We'll be posting stuff there. And just, keep up on the socials. Even though this is the last show for the season, we will be still doing a lot of stuff hobby-wise. So
So
before we end the show, Casey, is there anything that you're looking forward to? I mean, we have Christmas coming up. We have Black Friday coming up. There's a lot of time soon to get new hobby stuff. Is there anything you're looking forward to buying or having gifted from Santa?
gosh, there's just so much coming out right now, man. It's insane. Infinity is continuing to crank out a lot of great looking stuff month to month for my personal army and for a lot of the other armies. So, I always try and tell myself, I only want one or two more models for my left, but when I start counting up, I turn into like 10 or 20 models somehow. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting into Malifaux a little bit more. I'm probably going to stake my first, wobbly legs into the world of RPGs, especially with the Infinity RPG. Myth has been getting a lot of updates to it, so I'd like to try and get some more games of Myth in. And finally, just start getting some terrain. I'm starting to put together some nice pieces, and just like to, finally get together a nice big terrain. A nice theme. What about you, Alan? What's coming up here in this next 6 weeks that has you stuck?
Probably for Black Friday or Cyber Monday, I'm probably gonna pick up the new bug kits because they're just gonna twist my arm right off. I would like to get maybe a few more things for Malifaux. I was looking at their Malifaux crew creator, and there's a lot of kits. I'm like, ooh, shiny. Infinity, definitely want to pick up. They got the Coon Bikers, going to pick up those. They've got the new named Coon Chieftain that just came out. Hopefully, that'll be up for sale here soon. The Galooms, they got their new kits. Probably just going to be refreshing a whole lot of new stuff for Hawk Islam. I would, like I said, it'd be great to have a board, and maybe we'll have a project over the winter break here to build up a board to play and demo and do a lot of stuff. Maybe actually I can get some painting done too.
If only you had a whole bunch of terrainscape tiles from Simple Collector, and I had like a whole bunch of MDF buildings, from Sharpner and Lasers. Like, if we could get all those painted and put together, wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be amazing.
I've got it. There's about as much chance of that happening as Lauren is funding free. Let's be straight.
You know what? Every time a painted miniature gets on the table, your dice roll naturally better.
So what about when all the terrain is nice and painted? What is
that? Then Angel gets his wings.
No, that works for me. All right, everybody. On that note.
All right, folks. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel and tune in. We'll be doing some. I'll be uploading some videos here next few weeks. That hopefully when I have more time. Please comment below. Let us know what you want to see in January. Yeah, and thank you, veterans. Veterans Day is coming up. Thank you guys for doing all that you do. Like this video, guys. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to see more. Rocket Yeti, anything else?
I think you've covered everything that I was going to say. So comment below, share with your friends, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
All right. Guys, you can reach us at theatomicsalt@gmail.com. All right. Thank you for watching.